Accept your authentic self to pave the way for manifestations. Hi, I'm Coach Abby. Thank you so much for joining me today at Love Advice TV. Love Advice TV is a channel that's been created specifically for you to help you navigate through any relationship issues. This is a very sensitive subject, but I think it's an important one because I find that when I do touch this subject with many of my clients, they find such relief over it and they understand it and they get it. And I think we can all apply this in one way or the other. How many times, for those of you that are tuning in today, do you feel that perhaps you're not worthy of even having a loving, fun, exciting, passionate, sexy, and yes, beautiful and or handsome partner? Really? You just don't feel that you're worthy enough for that. And really, the main reason behind us feeling this way at certain times in our life is because we know our authentic self. And we know, or we feel that we are stitched together with threads of shame, of regrets, of rejection, of abandonment issues. On the outside, oh my gosh, we appear immensely confident. Yet within, we are hiding, even from ourselves, who we are authentically. And that affects and influences our feelings, whether we believe it or not. I think maybe it's time for all of us at some point to consider healing our inner child. How do we heal our inner child? And before I even go into that, I think it's important for me to mention that I am in no way implying that our parents were anything but wonderful, loving parents. It really has nothing to do with what their intentions were for us. It has a lot to do with that vacuum within us that they weren't able to fill, that they weren't able to recognize that was needed. It wasn't out of malice or it wasn't out of neglect. There are many wonderful parents that have dedicated their lives to their children, and yet these adults still have a broken piece of them that they're carrying around. So what I'd like to discuss today and just bring out the subject, if anything, is the ability to reparent yourself. There really is certain rituals that we can start. One of them is to look inside, see the inner child in you, recognize it. Maybe you might smile at it, invite it into your arms, hug it. Remind them that you are there for them and you will take care of them and you will nurture them and you will never, ever let them go. And you are here to walk beside them as they walk beside us. But we need to build them up. We need to create in them a wholeness that doesn't exist. And because their wholeness doesn't exist, our wholeness doesn't exist. We find ourselves sometimes looking for partners, and we have multiple partners. Many of us have more partners than we'd like to admit. And it's not because of promiscuity. Many times it's because we're looking for someone to love us, but to take care of us, to promise us everything that we've been lacking. And no one will be able to fulfill all of our needs except for ourselves. And we are the only ones that can take that inner child in our arms and just tell them, moving forward, everything's going to be all right. Mama's here, Daddy's here. We're going to be fine. And we don't need to look for outside sources to come and try to fill that vacuum. The vacuum exists within us, and we have the tools necessary to fill up that vacuum with love and compassion and all the things that are necessary to take a broken piece and put it together. We need to reprogram our opinion of ourselves. Many times we've done certain things and we continuously punish ourselves for it. And what we need is to be forgiving, compassionate. There's many exercises that help with that. Also, meditation. Once again, I keep bringing meditation. Meditation to me is the key to freedom, to emotional, spiritual, and mental freedom. So we do meditation. We script. We revise our story together with our inner child. And we present it to them, and we start really creating that reality for us. And we also create the reality through the affirmations of new belief. We're no longer saying to ourselves, we're not good enough. We're not worthy. Of course they're not going to come back to us. Everybody else is much better than we are. It's, whatever it might be. And what we have to do is we have to create new affirmations. I am amazing. I am compassionate. I am kind. I am generous. I am grateful. I am loving. And yes, I am the prize. We all are the prize. And it's until we are able to heal our inner selves, all our broken pieces will continue to pinch at us. And once we are way on our way of healing our inner selves, we start really understanding how all those broken pieces can transform itself into a masterpiece. You can become a masterpiece and made out of zillion of broken pieces. Our positive energy, needs to feel in all aspects that they rebel against any negative suggestion or vibrations that we are less than. We cannot expect for the law of attraction, if we go back to its simplicity within its complexity of Law of Attraction 101, energy attracts energy. We cannot expect to attract positive things if we think negatively of ourselves. And we think negatively of ourselves basically because we're shameful. We have regrets. We haven't accepted our authentic self. And only when we can accept our authentic self can we truly pave the way to manifest our exes back, to manifest the lifestyle that we want, to manifest health. People really at many times, they walk themselves to illness based on how they feel about themselves. And it's because they themselves say, I have that dirty little secret and I cannot fix that about me. So thus I am not valuable. And it's that dirty little secret that they've had probably since their childhood. And it's time to really begin to heal your inner child so that your adult self maximizes its chances to manifest all the abundance that this world has to offer. It'd be my pleasure to have a coaching session with you, help you identify your authentic self, help you forgive your authentic self, help you accept your authentic self, heal yourself from within, become whole. We will then together look at our partners as someone who complements us. They don't complete us because we are complete. Please do not hesitate to hit the subscribe button below and place any of your comments regarding this or any other video. I will look to be able to answer any of your questions in a timely fashion. Remind yourself that you are not alone in this thing we call trying to get back with our ex or brokenheartedness. You have a team that is available to work alongside you. You have Coach Alex, Coach Adrian, Coach Danny, myself, with tons of experience. I've always mentioned to my clients, and, coaches have coaches. Therapists have therapy. It's normal. We need to have someone help us to think outside the box. And with that, we maximize ourselves, to be the whole person, the authentic, healed person that we were created to be. Until next time, I'm Coach Abby.